What's up, guys? Doomwake here, and welcome back to some more standard content here on the channel. First and foremost, I just wanted to say thank you all very much for tuning in to these standard videos. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. I am having an absolute blast playing standard. Now, I will say, a little bit of a caveat, Pioneer Masters recently came out, and I did record or played a little bit of Pioneer on stream. Maybe we're going to try and test the waters a little bit with some Pioneer content, just to get a feeler and see if you guys enjoy, if the videos do well. Maybe we'll do some more Pioneer stuff. But today's video is not about Pioneer whatsoever. It is about Spellbook Vendor. So Boros Auras is a deck that has been around for a while. I mean, it mostly picked up with the release of Foundations, with stuff like Kellan. Some lists tried Boros Charm and Lightning Helix and things like that. But what this deck is trying to do is it's trying to sort of mesh the synergies of the red cards, which is mostly Valiant with Heartfire Hero and Emberheart Challenger, and pair those with the white cards that are good to target your creatures, namely Sheltered by Ghosts and Shardmage's Rescue. So it does seem like it kind of goes together in that you get to pair Shardmages, which is a way to trigger Valiant, but also a way to protect Heartfire Hero, and Sheltered by Ghosts, which is probably just the best white card in the entire format. Let me know in the comment section down below if that's true. And the more I play with this card, the more I'm just like, how does it have this many abilities? Surely one of the words on this card could have been removed in playtesting and it would still be very good, but it just does everything. This card is so messed up. But the main difference here that we are trying is we're pairing this with Spellbook Vendor. Shout out to MTGO user Hamuda, who is the first person that I saw utilize this technology. I believe they won a challenge with it, and I shouted them out in one of my recent metagame videos. And I said to myself, this card doesn't look that impressive, but they won a challenge, so we'll give it a shot. But Spellbook Vendor is a card that says at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can pay 1 to make a sorcerer roll attached to a target creature you control. So basically, if you have Vendor and Heartfire Hero, you can pay 1 mana to make a roll, where the roll targets the hero, triggers the hero, so on and so forth. Now, the problem with Vendor is it is a little mana intensive. The other problem that I have with this card is you don't get to target the creature unless you pay the mana. Would probably be a little too good if you could do that, if you could just free trigger Valiant and you didn't have to pay the mana at all. So I guess that is, a positive in terms of the design of the card. But yeah, it's a little mana intensive, and that's my big problem with it. But luckily, the rest of our deck pretty low to the ground. You have a bunch of 1-mana cards here. The other interesting card here is Optimistic Scavenger, which Eerie, whenever an enchantment enters, you put a counter on something. So with Spellbook Vendor, that paying 1 to make a sorcerer roll, even if you have a roll on the same creature, like the second roll would fall off, it still creates a trigger of the enchantment entering the battlefield, which will trigger the Optimistic Scavenger. And same thing, even if you Monstrous Rage your hero, you have a monster roll on it, and then you Spellbook Vendor to put a sorcerer roll on it. Even though one of those falls off, it is still a trigger for entering the battlefield and targeting. That's the important part there. Demonic Ruckus is pretty cool because you can plot it on turn 1 and then use it on a later turn after you've already deployed one of your Valiant creatures. So that's kind of nice as well. And then just finishing out the deck with some Burst Lightnings. Monstrous Rage is probably the best red card in the format and should pretty easily, I don't think I need to explain this card. It should be a 4 of in all red decks pretty easily. The really cool thing is Manifold Mouse as well. This card, for me, has gone from like, I didn't see it in anybody's decks, and then everybody started playing with it, and it's just, oh, this card is phenomenal. As far as I can recall, let me know in the comments, but I don't think this was in a lot of the early red builds. Maybe some people had like 1 or 2 copies. But this card is fantastic because you can also give multiple things double strike if you have the copy of it, which gives you more ways to target, more ways to trigger Valiant. The double strike also works fantastically with Monstrous Rage and stuff like Sheltered by Ghosts. This pumps power, this pumps power. This can get a creature completely out of hand, where you load up counters on the thing, and then you give that thing double strike with Manifold Mouse. You kind of see all the synergy that's going on here. But yeah, really just trying to test Spellbook Vendor and see how specifically that card performs. Moving on to the sideboard very briefly here for Destroy Evil to get those pesky Archfiends and Annexes out of here. Helix for the red mirrors, Case for the grinding matchups, Torch also for the red mirrors, Forge for the grinding matchups. So your sideboard is really just for 2 matchups, which, I mean, That's not true, because Destroy Evil can also come in against Domain. You get the idea. But I've done enough rambling. That is it for Boros Spellbook. We're going to see if we can put the Spellbook Vendor to the test and see if this card is good or not. Potentially something that you're going to want to consider for your upcoming RCQ. In any case, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. What is this? What is this? What is this? Nice deck streamer. I am trying to locate the lands, but I am having a difficult time doing so. Is this beginning of the march to the percentages? How many matches in a row do you think I would have to lose to go from number 12 to percentages? Like 20? I don't think anybody's ever lost 20 matches in a row in their entire life. 5 to 10, that's it? No, it's more than that, surely. Watch me play, I'll prove you wrong. What are you trying to say? I said, yep. Overlord. Abyssal Harvester, huh? Okay. They chose to not take anything. Interesting. Interesting. Why would they choose to not take anything? I'm a little confused. What are they doing over there? Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Give me a land, please. 1 land, please and thank you. Alright, well, if they have a kill spell, we are in trouble. They definitely do not have a kill spell in their hand. 100%. No shot they have a kill spell. Oh, that's fine. I could beat that. All right, now give me a land. Thinking. They double block if I attack. I think we do this. First strike wins? No, I know that, but Oh, I guess that's true, even if they double block first strike wins. So they can't double block this turn. I see what you're saying. Okay, so we can go attack. Yeah. And then we just rage here, hold up sheltered. Or Shardmages. And then we double strike next turn. Plus 11. Plus 11. 33, by the way. Does that mean we get to start the game next turn with plus 13 life? Personally, I think we should. Yeah, they're on their quest to go from... They're on their quest to go to the percentages. Yeah, it would be even more with the next attack. Yeah, that means we get to start game 2 at 40. Glitters in sky. Alright. Blue, black, Reanimator. Evangel, Zombify. I don't exactly know what they're reanimating. Not sure that I want to find out, to be honest. Is this a Forge matchup? I'm not sure if it is a Forge matchup. I feel like it's too slow. Let's try this. Hand is pretty good. Pretty good. Scavenger. I challenge you to a duel. But do you accept my challenge? They said, hold my beer. They have accepted my challenge. Kiora. Okay, we need a white source. One white source, please, and thank you. Sus. Eye has been spotted. Any white mana? Yikes. That's bad. Is that even worth it? Yeah, I think it is. Because I can't pretend I have a protection spell anyways. Well, we already triggered the challenger that turn. But I can't, like, pretend like I have a protection spell because I only have red up. Oh, that's fine. I can beat that. That is something I can beat. All right, surely land this time, right? Thank you. Thank you. There's kind of no reason to pretend like we have a protection spell this turn, though, because they're just dead anyways. Like, they can't play around me having Shardmages. They have to call. So I might as well just play the Scavenger. Scavenger. All right, perhaps I maybe didn't give this deck enough credit the first time. Probably because we were playing the shitty Spellbook vendors. It was, okay, it was an experiment. I wanted to give it a shot. At the end of the day, was not ultimately worth it. But, I mean, I wouldn't know if the card is good unless I played it, right? We could try Arcanist Cauldron and Pioneer. I wonder, and this is your assignment for tonight. This is your homework. Find me some good activated abilities that are, like, good creatures that have activated abilities that are good under a Cauldron in Pioneer. Yeah, I guess it is just worse than Tree, right? But what if we played Grixis Arcanist Tree? ¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah, map for Lotus Field is nice. Wait, have we spotted a Mazes Endgamer? Oh my goodness. I think we are... I don't mean to alarm you, but I think we might be in the Mazes End bracket. There is a potential chance we are in the Mazes End bracket. Or we could be in the budget mana base bracket. No, that's Mazes End. I'm glad they even have the flavorful Mazemind tome. Well... I'm in danger. I am definitely in danger. We're in the Doubters and Shambles bracket. I mean, if they just have a sweeper, like, what am I supposed to do? We can hope they don't have a sweeper. What's up, Qui-Gon? All right, don't sweep me. Sweeper, no sweeping. I believe they are dead next turn. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This actually might be a little tough. We may be losing to Maze's End. They said it couldn't be done. I told you if their hand is just all sweepers, I can't win. I wasn't lying when I said that. I'm gonna Spelunking that turn just to cut them off untap 5th land for Wrath. Maybe, yeah. You say that Hot Islamia, but you don't know them. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, let's go to combat. Attack of the Mice. I just give both double strike. Maybe this was a reason to play the second mouse pre-combat, so I could go double strike trample on both, and then if they animate, they would take more damage. Perhaps. Thrill Seeker lets you fling all your creatures, and Surge Engine lets creatures become unblockable threats with Cauldron. Yeah, we were playing Thrill Seeker in the standard version, which I do like. I think I just let them dig 4. Question is, here's a question for you. Do you deploy second mouse? Obviously, it's bad if they have Sunfall, but it is potentially lethal through multiple blockers. We have a third one anyways. I think you run it. I think you gotta run it here. Like they telegraphed a sweeper? What, by not animating the creature? I thought about that, yeah. Yeah, because otherwise they would just animate this and block here. So maybe it's too obvious they have a sweeper. They could have also just had a kill spell and like didn't want to tap out for this. Could really use a Challenger just for a haster. Not being a sweeper otherwise. Well, if they have to sweep just the first mouse, then I could just play another one next turn, right? So, like, there's a chance. Do this first, actually. Now, third sweeper probably can't beat the third sweeper, but I think I can beat the first two if they don't have a third one. They do gain 4 life this turn. Dude, they are all about reading books. Papega reading. How many pages do you think the Maze Mind tome is? Is it a bestseller? Four pages. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty small book then, right? Maze Mind's pamphlet? Could be. Oh, that's huge. Because that means they're just dead, right? Target this. We have Rescue to Protect, so they need 2 kill spells. It's not even clear how many kill spells they play. Go to combat. So this one already has Trample, so we might as well we'll just give them both double strike. Aetherize? Okay. If I get Aetherize, CreativeRX is getting banned. Okay, they confirmed do not have Aetherize. Thankfully. Khador has been saved. Khador has been saved, I repeat. I would have banned you if they had Aetherize too, so. Menace, trample, first strike, double strike, hexproof. Okay, Maze's End. What do we do against Maze's End? I mean, the third Manifold Mouse will do it. The third Manifold Mouse is nice. Send it as is. Yeah, there's just nothing in my sideboard, right? I guess Forge is nice against the sweepers, huh? What's bad against them? The problem is there's nothing that's bad against them, right? Forge is good against the pile of sweepers. Like, do I cut Sheltered against them? Yeah. They have no permanents and they have a bunch of sweepers. Yeah, I could buy that. Just do this. And then we cut, like, an armor for the extra land, maybe? Actually, Rescue's kind of mid. They don't have a lot of... They probably don't have a lot of instant speed interaction. But it is a 1-mana aura. Let's do this. Let's try this. Is 21 enough lands for, like, 3 on turn 3? I don't know what the Frank math says, but I would assume it's close. Mono Red plays 21. Do they not have an extra one on the sideboard? Because I thought they did. Wait, why do they have priority now? Am I getting scammed? They didn't have priority when I cast the armor. Oh, do they have, like, Destroy Evil? Okay, that's fine. No, they just have a disenchant. They should have let me attack first. I was actually considering not attacking to play around Smite, but if they're going to attack, then, you know. I don't think I reach here. I think we chill. Be content with my 4/4. All in. They're just going to Wrath me next turn. I could end phase a Rescue, which I think that's worth it. Because now the Rage is pretty backbreaking. It's actually not, right? The Bivouac makes this kind of nice, though, because even if they Sunfall us, we still have the Bivouac. I don't think it's lethal. Is it? I mean, I'm not doing math. I'm not doing math. No, they go to 2. Yeah, it's lethal if they don't block, but they're obviously going to block there, right? But putting them to 2 is good, because if they Sunfall, we have lethal with the land. Okay. They don't have a land. They don't have Sunfall. Oh, 10-6, huh? 10-6, huh? Laura Diamo. Good hand. Now, what do you do on turn 1 here? I feel like it's this. Yeah, I think it's this. Mirror match. Okay. Let me get this song request from Patrick in the club. In the queue, rather. Pink Pony Club. little Chappelle Roan gaming. So now we go Challenger Ruckus? No. Slick Shot Pass. Next turn, Challenger Ruckus, we can hit a land off of it. We can also go Slick Shot Sheltered. And we're also not giving them a target for Sheltered, which is nice. Okay, problem is they have Rescue. Really wanted an untapped land this turn. I guess what we can do is just go Slick Shot, Ruckus, attack, pass, hold up Rescue from when they have their... Yeah, that's good, right? Well, I'm not going to do it this turn, because they definitely have Shardmages, right? So I don't want to do it now. Okay, well, I mean, now I'll do it. Problem is now they probably have Sheltered. So this is a little awkward. Like, they obviously have Sheltered in hand, right? Yep. They didn't target the hero? Oh, because they were worried that I had Shock? Gotcha. Guess that makes sense. Okay, well now we can target their Heartfire Hero, which is nice. Because I think that's the card I care about more, right? I do think they still have Rescue in hand. And now if they have another Shelter, they need untap land. If they have untapped land, it's pretty bad for us. It's kind of fine. I'm okay with that. We do need a good draw here, though. That qualifies. I would say that qualifies. Okay. You just shove here, right? I think we just shove here. Attack for 7. They may have to chump this turn. They choose not to. All right. Good luck. Oh, that's why. See, that's why they're 198. That's why they're 198 and we're 6. It's the Spellbook diff. They just don't know. They need to experience how bad the card is before they remove it from their library. Somebody tell them. Somebody should tell them. I mean, you know. No complaints here. No complaints here. That's also good. We can do this and pay, right? So I haven't played a land yet. Counter here. I'll pay the 2. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Shelter the Shelter. Well, they're still just dead, right? Which doesn't matter. 14 minus 2 is 10. 14 minus 4 is 10. $33, by the way. Okay, so mirror match. Helix my ass, torch my ass. What do we not want in the mirror? I feel like Slick Shot might be our worst creature. Could also cut Ruckus, maybe. You do have a lot of spells here. A lot of spells. Maybe I shouldn't cut creatures. Could do like 3 Ruckus, 2 Slick Shot, maybe. Evil does kill their shelter too. So what if we did this? What if we did that? We'll see how this works out. I feel like we maybe have too few creatures, but I'm mostly just like want to test some things and see how this works out first. It's slow, but I think you got to keep it. Okay, it's no longer slow. Although I think I might want to play it slow. Okay. Challenge. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll do this now. New plan. New plan. I was going to go Portal, Scavenger, Hold Up, Rescue, but I think this is good now. They kill this, then we go Mouse, Hold Up, Rescue. Because I'd kind of rather shove on this anyways. Oh, okay. Well. Still number 6. What? They couldn't handle it. They could not handle the greatness. Ethan? I'm in. I'm in there. I am in there. So we can do this. All right, dead hero. I need a hero. Now, don't have a second kill spell, please. Although you can have second torch. Brother. Fine. Maybe we had it. Now, the question is, do you shelter the furnace? I think you do, right? Because it's better if they have second furnace. Yeah, I think you have to. Obviously, it's bad if they have second torch, but... They're playing otters, right? Okay. That is not awful. Not sure if I'm supposed to cast the Rage now. Think we hold. Blue-red Hellraiser? Think so? I had not seen a Hellraiser deck on the ladder yet. I'm interested to see their deck list. This is the Hellraiser creator. Oh, I didn't know they created it. Okay, so if I Rage now, I can pump my creature to 4 toughness. So we could just hope that they... Oh, yeah, they have to discard first, right? Because it creates a separate trigger. What? Okay, well, I guess I'm not casting this Rage now, huh? It's not awful. It's something, at least. Well, if they created the deck, then somebody probably has a link to their list, right? I'm curious. Curious to see what it looks like. Because I have not seen this deck before. I'll take a Plains. I'll take a Plains, please. Alright, what is this? Nithin's Profile. 3 steps, Unsummon, Torch, Moment, 1 talent, Reunion, Fires, Tunnel Grinder, Okay, I think we played something similar before. There are some new cards here from Foundations. I know for a fact that Arena's going to screw me on the auto tap, so. Brother, what is happening? I floated 4 mana. Why are you... What? What is happening? They make you auto pay when you're floating mana? What is that? What? Why do they make you auto pay when you're floating mana? The fuck? Weird. All right, brick, 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 brick. That is not a brick, I will tell you that much. That is certainly not a brick. I turned off the auto. Well, no, that's what I'm saying, is like, even when you don't have the auto tapper, it shouldn't ask you to use your floating mana. Like, why do you think I floated the mana, you know? What the hell do we want against this deck? Probably the grindy cards. Grindy cards in Sheltered seems horrible against them. And probably Ruckus out? Ding, 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 ding. No. 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 All right, it's gonna have to be good enough. Your turn. Come on, man. What is happening right now? There we go. GG. All right, Forge GG. Easy Forge GG. They don't have a Braid in their deck. They definitely do not have a Braid in their deck. 100% confirmed. Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Anybody up grinding they tunnels? They discarded their whole hand? Jesus Christ. I'll hold the rescue. Better if they have a targeting kill spell. That was a reason to main phase it. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Okay. It's not ideal. Brick, brick, brick. Surely. I think we have been defeated by Capricious Hellraiser. GG's. All right, still number 6, though. Number 6 secured. That's fine. Where's the white mana? There's the white mana. We found it. This hand's good. Hand is good. Gooda. TV light off. It's bedtime. GG. Did I get sleep last night? I got a little bit. I think I probably got like 6 hours, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It's more than I have the past couple of nights. But I just want to I want to go to bed. I want to sleep for like 12 hours tonight. But I got some last night, which is good. More than I have been. This deck destroys mono red. Well, I'm not necessarily the deck, just this card in general. You just put this card in your deck, and you have defeated the red deck, yeah. Like... Okay, game 2. Torch me. Chat, is Sheltered by Ghosts a good card against the red deck? Yeah, Sheltered is just so broken. I'm going to say it right now. I may lose some followers and some subscribers on this one, but I think Sheltered by Ghosts is the best white card in the entire format. Better than Sunfall, better than Caretaker's Talent. I know what you're thinking. It's just so broken. No, in Standard, not best white card, period. Best white card in Standard. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of counterplay versus Sheltered by Ghosts. For example, your opponent can cast their own Sheltered by Ghost, targeting your Sheltered by Ghosts. No, you haven't played against Golgari with this list yet, Collapse. Okay, because they clearly have second shock, I'm just going to lead on this. Because I'd rather have them shock this first. I want to protect the Challenger. Yeah, did Streamer say that Sheltered by Ghosts was the best white card ever printed? It's one of those, like, clips out of context. Well, they'll just, like, they'll reclip it, and they'll mix it so that I say, Sheltered by Ghost is the best white card, and then just remove the, you know. I know what's going to happen. I know you fuckers. You clip farmers. Yeah, this is fine, right? What are your top 100 favorite white cards in Standard? Number 1, Sheltered by Ghosts. Number 100, Sunfall. Okay, we need another copy of Sheltered by Ghosts, like yesterday. What about the other 98? Oh, those don't matter. Tricky spot here. Tricky spot. I think we Rage. Sheltered. 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 I mean, it's something. It's not perfect, but it is something. Manifold Double Strike. Just try and race. Problem is they didn't play a land last turn, so they clearly have more spells in hand, right? But maybe we just can't beat spells. Yeah, we probably just can't beat spells. What we can beat is them just going a second Nemesis attack, because we can block here, go to 1, and then kill them. Can't really beat any other spells, though. Because I can't even afford to block here. Well, I guess I can, right? Because this plus this is still lethal. So I guess I can block here. Well, now I can't. They have a second one? I mean, they got a plan. Just let them cook for a little bit. Okay. This doesn't kill me. confused. What do they have? Couldn't they have just double barraged my untapped blocker? Wasn't that way better? They could have just double barraged my untapped blocker, right? I don't think it would have mattered, but... Well, what happened to the TVs there? You see that? I've never seen that before. Unless I just never noticed it. Did they always do that? Yeah, I've never noticed that. I guess I'm just not paying attention to the TVs that much, huh? Oh, it happens when you Eerie. Oh, okay. I never noticed that. And we are back with the recap of the Boros Auras deck. Now, you'll notice that this particular deck list you see in front of you looks just a little bit different than the one in the intro. I only played a couple of matches with Spellbook Vendor, but I feel like the Spellbook Vendor was just a little too slow. The issue with this card is you have to pay the mana in order to get the trigger, like in order to get the thing that targets your Valiant creature. If you could just target a creature without paying the mana, maybe it'd be, I don't know, I don't think it would be too good, but it would certainly be a lot better than it currently is. And the issue is you just kind of don't have that much extra mana floating around. Your deck is relatively low land count. You kind of already have some other stuff to do with extra mana anyways, in the form of like Manifold Mouse, playing extra cards off Challenger, even activating Restless Bivouac. So you're not really short on extra things to do with your mana a lot of the time, and it just kind of felt a little clunky. So I like this version without that card, just kind of a little bit more. I mean, this deck is basically all 4 ofs except the 3 Demonic Ruckuses. It's much more consistent, much less clunky, and yeah, there's not really a lot to say about these cards. These cards all kind of work together. The Shardmage's Rescues are phenomenal in this deck, and I think maybe even some other decks should be playing this card and that aren't already playing it. It's kind of a sleeper for me. Yeah, there's not really a ton to say about this. Slickshot Show Off is a pretty big upgrade to the Spellbook Vendor. Scavengers were great. All of the cards that like Ethereal Armor, Shardmages, Sheltered by Ghosts, Monstrous Rage, all those cards giving, you know, a double strike with Manifold Mouse and the Heartfire Hero, just it makes a lot of sense. All of the cards synergize very, very well with each other. The one place where I think there could be some improvement is the sideboard. Namely, I don't think you actually need this extra land when you're boarding in the Forges because 21 lands is kind of already enough, so I might consider cutting this Restless Bivouac, this extra land in the sideboard, which could be anything if you wanted it to be. Maybe for a second Helix, perhaps a 4th Destroy Evil, something along those lines. But other than that, there's not really a ton I would want to change about this, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this type of content, and I will see you guys in the next one.